uh, believe that when you're stuck with your faults, because you're not actually stuck, you just don't see enough options. And again, like not seeing enough options is also your fault. Like I was thinking about something, it was a hypothetical. It's like you put a foodie in front of like two pigs, and then you tell them to pick one, and then they have like a really really tough time. Like they can't even decide which one to actually pick. Meanwhile, they're in a store with like a bunch of other flavors as well, you know. So they end up like wasting so much time trying to pick one option. And literally, the only real option is just pick neither. Like sometimes it really is that simple. Like, the only limitation that exists here and what we set up on ourselves is that person who sat down and decided to limit themselves to only picking one of those two options. In the same way, like you talk to people and then like they'll tell you they're stuck between two choices. And then you're like, is there a simpler way we could be seeing this? Is there some other way, something we're not seeing? You know, is there some different way that we could be understanding this, that we should be understanding this, that would change literally everything? And they can't tell you because they've been limiting themselves. And honestly, we can't help but limit ourselves. Like our brain does is natural. If our brain had to conceive of every single option in every single situation, I would literally explode. So our brain is like a great filter. Like I'm seeing a ton of shit going on me right now, but I'm filtering all of it out because my main focus is this. So I'm currently limiting myself to just this because this is what is most important to me. This is what I'm paying attention to. In the same way, when you find yourself in a situation where you seem to have two options, um, and you feel like you have two options, in reality you have more options. It's just that you're not willing to see those other options because these two options are the ones that seem most important to you relative to whatever program is going on inside your head at that moment. So again, let me reiterate. Imagine yourself as that person, you are sitting down in front of those two cakes, like chocolate and vanilla. Pick one. You don't really have to pick either one. You can just not pick. You can just stand up and get out. Like if the actual decision, like if the amount of time it has to take to make the decision is so fucking long, then you might as well just not make decisions. Get out. And of course, like there's maybe a conversation to be had about having lost the opportunity to actually eat cake or whatever. Like having some cake is better than no cake. But at the end of the day, if you are gonna eat one cake and then look at the other one and be like, oh, I wonder how that one tasted, then really, like, is that even worth it anymore? Because the taste of the first one is also gonna be trash in that case. So maybe the better option is just not make an option. Just don't choose something that was given to you. I think this is really good reframe, especially when you find yourself in situations where, like, it seems like a no-brainer. Like, it seems like, oh yeah, you could just pick one or the other, and like you could just be done with it. But like, really, are you actually like, is that in your best interest? Is that what you want to do? And especially when you find yourself like conflicted like all the time about should you be doing this, should you be doing that, what should you be doing? That's exactly the type of situation where you should pause and like really look at things the way they are. Be like, why does it feel like I'm sitting in front of a chocolate and a vanilla cake and I want both of them? And if I had one of them, I would feel guilty about the other one. Why does it feel like there's more to this? Like there's another action I could take. And if so, what action should I actually be taking? How you mean? Yeah. Sorry about that. um, basically, I guess the point here is, it was just something I was thinking about this morning. I felt like writing something on it because I felt myself like conflicted about a lot of things relating to my progress in my career and life in general. Um, but I realized that there is no real conflict. Like I'm looking at two cakes and then like I'm in another cake. So you know, I'm literally in a store full of cake and I'm limiting myself to like these two cakes. Just stressing myself out. It doesn't make any sense. I should just, you know, take my time. I don't have to, even if I don't make the decision right now, I can always make the decision in the future because I'm still in the store. Like, I can buy cake anytime. I'll probably taste every cup of cake in the store. So just, you know, get up from the chair and take your time. Basically, the idea. And you don't have to take the decision, make a decision that is being given to you. Or it feels like you should be making. Take your time. Thanks for watching. Take care.